Hi, welcome to Phil's Camping and Touring. My name is Phil. In the past, I've mentioned quite a number of times that I'm really happy with my camping setup, and that there's nothing that I can see that I really need to change. But I kind of changed my mind a little bit since then. I've got a few additions that I've found that I think is going to further improve my camping over what I've got. So I've just come back from a 5-night, almost 1 week camping trip up just north from where I live here in Moore Park Beach, catching up with a few mates. And we're actually going to organise a charity event. So it's in the planning stages. So if you go back and check my video that I posted just the other day, there's more details in there. But today we're not going to talk about that. I am going to do more future videos on the charity event, but we'll leave that for another time. So in the past week, by the way guys, if you wonder what that noise is, it's something we don't normally hear here. You could probably hear a jet just fly past. It's Anzac Day here in Australia, which is the 25th of April. And there is a march happening just in the main street of town now. Not long ago we had an old vintage World War II plane come past, and I've just had a low flyby of a jet. I was just about to hit the record button, and all of a sudden I could hear something coming. So I'm so glad I was outside at the time, so I got the chance to watch this jet go past. And it's an army jet, of course. I got no idea what sort of plane it is. It was grey and it was army but it sounded awesome, and it went past at a great rate of knots. It was flying, guys. So what have I recently picked up? Well, while I was camping, let's talk about this one here first. I'll explain what this is. While I was camping, we had some very strong winds. And you know, if you go back to my channel, you would have noticed quite a few times I've been out camping in this awesome setup here with this ostrich wing and didn't have an issue whatsoever. But at night time, I do like to have a precaution, and I actually do tie down a little bit just in the middle, just to help from excess pooling, just in case it buckets down in one hit. So what I have been using are these clips. Now you would have regularly have seen these clips, I'm pretty sure. Okay, they're quite common, where you can attach your tap onto in the middle part and pull down that section, assist on keeping the wind from blowing your tarp up, but also it keeps that little bit of a drop in the middle of your tarps so the water don't pool. Well, I had an instance where the conditions were that strong, because we were camped right on the beach, and there was a strong southerly winds coming through with high gusts of wind, and these actually came off. These blew off, but luckily it was no problems with my tarp because of its heavy duty. I still think it's the best 4-drive awning, at least one of the best. At least I can 100% say it's the best I've ever tried. So, but then I noticed some of the other campers nearby were using what's called these deflappers kits for your caravans. You can get kits for your pop-up vans, your caravans, etc. And I had a look at one, because Steve from Soar Adventures camping next to me, as well as Rob from Australian Camping and 4Drive, was also using them on their caravan to stop this wind, and it looked a lot better than what I had here. So that was a concern for me when I noticed these had blew down. So I went into my local Roadtech Marine and purchased a couple of packets. So I need 4. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do a more thorough video on this in the near future. I only just picked these up yesterday on the way back home from camping, so I haven't even taken them out of the box to have a look yet. So this is basically, this video that I've got here right now is just a bit of a preview on some of the items that are coming up. So 2 in a packet, you see I've got 4, so I'll do a separate video on this and show these in action. Now the next item I've got, now you know how I love camping through winter, okay? And this is an item that I've always wanted. Now you can probably see already what it is. In case you haven't, it is a kick-ass 12-volt electric blanket. Now there are many manufacturers that make these, so there are many different types. They got many different features. So I picked this up, I ordered it, okay, last week, and it arrived in the post yesterday. So I haven't even opened it, I haven't had a look. Again, this is going to be a future video coming up very soon. So I mean, winter's coming up now, so I plan to go camping in some fairly cold environments this year. Now I do like the cool, I do like the cooler weather. I don't like camping in summer, as you're aware. In fact, it's just been come back from 5 days camping, as I mentioned before, and at night it was just beautiful, nice and crisp cool, that cool sea breeze. It was just awesome. During the day it was still a bit too hot. I mean, if I went for a walk, yeah, you really notice it. Yeah, if you stayed out the sun, it was fine, but once you're in the sun, oh, it was extremely warm. And humidity, we get quite a lot of humidity up here, so I thought I'd pick this up. Now Aldi is pretty much worldwide, aren't they? So it's like a fruit and veggie store, grocery store I should say, and every week they have these big sales. Well, in approximately a week's time from today, they've actually got some deals going with a 12-volt blanket, and also not just a 12-volt, a 240-volt blanket as well. So I'm going to rock up to my local Aldi store next Saturday, and I'm going to get there quick because I think these are going to sell quick because they're quite cheap. And I'm going to do a comparison video between this, alright, and the 12-volt Aldi one and the 240-volt Aldi, because I want to see how much a power difference and which operates better. You know my setup, I've got an awesome 240-volt setup here, so there's no problems with me running a 240-volt electric blanket in my rooftop tent. So I'm going to run a series of videos and showing the difference in power consumption between this one, the Aldi version, and the 240-volt version, as well as another one that I've been trying to get but currently is not in stock. So there will be 3 12-volt blankets that I'm going to be comparing, as well as the Aldi 240-volt blanket. Keep an eye out for those series of videos. So I'm looking forward to this, particularly now with the cooler weather. Last but not least, I've been wanting one of these for quite some time, but they're always so expensive. Every time you see them online, their price is up over the $300 mark quite often. Mind you, the quality are very good, I understand that, but basically it's just going to be something that I'm going to temporarily hang off my rear wheel, spare wheel, and use to put assorted accessories that I think I might need, such as a rubbish bag would be awesome, but also another item that I've always wanted to get out of the car if I take this item along with me is my generator. So I could always carry, whenever I use the generator, it's very rare that I do, but occasionally I do take it with me depending where I'm camping. So when I take that with me, I always take a small container of fuel, and mind you, the container I use seals up quite well, so I don't ever notice any of the fumes inside the vehicle. But still, it makes me a bit restless storing a fuel container inside a vehicle. So I'm going to store it inside this. Again, this only arrived yesterday. I haven't even opened it up yet. It was cheap. I think it was something in between the $40 or $60 range. So it's 50 litre capacity. You can see it fits up to a 35-inch tyre. It's 600D polyester. So it actually even comes with a trash bag as well. It's got accessory pockets. It's got one main pocket with a roll top. It's got two side pockets with heavy duty buckles. As I mentioned, up to 35 inches, 50 litre volume. Materials, the 600D polyester with PU coating and an internal PVC lining. And securing method is via dual heavy duty plastic buckles with anti-slouch strap. So what they mean, the anti-slouch strap, is that it doesn't sag down, particularly this top part. Now of course you could probably see who it's from. It is from Kick-Ass, one of my favourite manufacturers. There you go, as well as the 12-volt blanket, the deflappers. Oh, what a weird name. I call these deflappers, but that's what it is. It's a caravan deflapper. This is from a company called Roadtech and available at Roadtech Marine here in Australia. So just a quick video today. I want to show you something new, what's coming up. In the past I've said I can't see, how I can improve my camping setup. Well, I think I have with these three items. One's to do basically more so with safety, etc., and just to make sure everything's held down in case we get crazy winds, which we have right now, so I hope there's not too much wind noise coming through. Another one's to do with comfort, alright, bit of warmth in the rooftop tent, and the other one is to do with storage of items, so I can store outside the vehicle, such as rubbish bags and fuel cans. And also, not just that, snatch and strap as well. If it's dirty, be a good place to put. And another thing is your dirty laundry. If you don't want them sitting in your car when you're traveling home, it's another good place to put that. So that's it for today on Anzac Day. Lest we forget, it's a public holiday here. So till next time, look after yourself, be kind to everyone. Please like and subscribe the video, and don't forget the camping event coming up soon, 9, 10 and 11. Check out, it's on the 12th of 2024, not this year, it's next year, and you will get a chance to meet me in person and to check out all this awesome gear. So till then, cheers.